Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I didn't have any birthday music for you, Mossy, but there you go. A day to remember for you, of course, when MJ Wilson's down there in the best suit in all week, of course. And of course, not still there. We're going to be a proud man. On his 50th birthday, he's here watching his daughter represent her country in the Six Nations. So we are now to the last few minutes before our last match. Also, Side Wells, it's also her 17th birthday today. We've got number 16 for Ireland. I don't think we haven't got enough time, unfortunately, to do all the songs for all the players and all the fans, because any of them job messes. What we like to do in this festival is keep it friendly, obviously, and just keep it nice, good fun, obviously competitive, but give us a proper rugby out there. But we like to keep it nice and friendly. And big shout out once again for our Garden of Honour and our ball girls out there. More on that from Wishcat Lady Honours, Four Stars, Big Donald, and Katie Road Mats as well. Big thanks to you. If there's any full number of and we're going to go home. So there's plenty respect for this one. Can I hear some Scotland support? Okay, not too bad, not too bad. How about Ireland? Yeah, so that's sounding good as well. This is going to be a great game. I can feel it for both. It must be fantastic. Well, last match is day 3, match day 3, game number 3. Scotland, we are in round about the English match. Too long before we see our teams coming on to the pitch. Our guard on the down there, so we're still holding this people. Very easy there. That's it. Out of ball. I'm not forward. I'm not here for all that. Rugby. Very fine. I think I'll best on me one night. Just in I will bring it up. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field, Scotland!
Very good afternoon from the north coast of Wales in Carlinbear. We're at the climax of the Women's Under-18 Six Nations Festival. Coming up shortly, there's some Celtic rivalry in the line as Scotland take on Ireland in match day 3 of the competition here at the CSM Stadium. The Scots are still very much searching for their first win of the championship. Despite some good rugby, they've lost to Italy, Wales, England and France in the 35 minutes matches and are desperate to end the tournament. It will be a 70-minute match this afternoon. As for Ireland, they've fared pretty well with wins against Wales and Italy, then defeats to England and a very good French team. Sees them 2 victories out of 2. Out of 4, I should say. Both sides have plenty of quality in their locker, so it should be an entertaining and intriguing one. Firstly, before we get underway, we'll pause for the anthems.
Scottish national anthem.
Well, as we're about to get underway in this final match of the championship, have a quick look at the two teams. Scotland first. In the front row they have selected Ella Ray from Stirling County at hooker, and Bristol Bears Ella Williams at tight head prop. Tyler Tawake is on the other side of the scrum. Dumfries-born Imogen Spence is at 6, with Scarlett Downs adding her ballast at number 8. In the back line, Rihanna Darrick is at 10. She plays her club rugby in Glasgow at Hillhead, Jordan Hill. On the right wing is Emma Norville, a talented athlete, also been involved in the Scottish Hockey Academy. And at full-back for Scotland is Hannah Smith, the Hartbury College student. As for Matt Gill's Ireland team, Elsa Quinn captains the side once again from 7. Beside Quinn in the back row is Aoife Corcoran and Jemima Adams-Verling from the Craigs Rugby Club in Galway. The centres have been some real talent for Ireland. Katrina Finn, who scored versus England, and Lawrence Leah Irwin, who did the same versus Italy. Emily Foley, who like a few others in this squad played for Ireland in this competition last year, she is on the right wing, and Leicester's Sophie Cullen is at full back. Quick look at the replacements as well. No doubt they'll be involved throughout the 70 minutes. Referee today is Bernice Brally from France. We're about to get underway. We saw plenty of tries in the last match between Wales and Italy. Let's hope for the same again. As Katrina Finn stands very much poised and ready to go for Ireland. Get this ball into the Cowlin Bay sky. Finn, a very talented individual herself. She puts the left boot through it. Backwards! And away we go. Scotland look for territory themselves. Do a good job of that. Sun is beaming down here. Yes, there has been a few winds, as we well know, throughout the day in Dublin, but a wee bit less so in Wales, you suspect. Brona Bogan from the Wexford Wanderers Club to her captain and Quinn. Ireland look to play first. Into the carries they go. Moran goes against the grain. Nice distribution from Ireland. Bit of keep ball just to keep Scotland honest in defence. Ball is there, they just need a scrum half. Finn says, I'll pop it myself. That's good for the girls in green jerseys. Not rolling away, so the Thistles are penalised. Sophie Price. Ballina Killaloo Rugby Club, where she made her name, and then more recently UL Bows Katrina Finn. Ball doesn't find touch, but Ireland still have it. Moran has the runners coming off her shoulder. Nice hands from the forwards. Again, the short side, they obviously see a weakness there. And there's the power. Adams-Verling. All Ireland at the moment. Gain that in the hand behind pivot option. Need plenty of bodies. McGrath acts at scrum half. Cara McLean from Lauren Rugby Club. Irwin in the skilling centre. Moran back to the day job. Phases are higher and higher for Ireland. Once again, great start. Keep looking for inroads in the Scottish defence. They do have a turnover, but will be a penalty. So Mark Gill in the coach's box will be pretty happy with that. The continuity very clear for all to see.
High tackle, 5 blue.
High tackle. Emily Corbra from the bigger club. An hour or so outside the Scottish capital. Tap and go. Jane Wilson, it won't be her. It's Moran, looks for other options. Big number 8, Adams. Verling. Inches short now. The pick and jam will be used. Where's the power coming from? Have Scotland managed just to hold that up? They certainly have. I think Holly Howland, the whippersnapper of a scrum half, got in amongst it with her compatriots and did a job for the Scots. So they survived scare one anyway. Restart. Ireland again inside the 22 they go. Katrina Finn tackled hard but gets the basics right and the ball back. Moran has to dig for that one. Here's your 10. Hessian. Quinn taking full control. Another high tackle. Finn puts the ball onto the foot. Scotland scrambling hard.
Captain.
French referee
You have to be disciplined, okay?
just having a word with the Scottish skipper, Imogen Spence. She's not going to stand for it. Wants a quick game, and rightly so. Finn, of course, knows this competition like the back of her hand. Was under Larissa Muldoon last year in Wellington College. Goes to the front. Bogan, the maul is called. Corker and has it in the middle. Plenty of ballast in there. Scotland penalised. Ella Williams in the side. Straight away the card comes out. Ella Williams given the yellow card. So she'll have a bit of time to think to herself, and Scotland will be down to 14. They barely had a touch, but Ireland need to capitalise. Bogan has had the arrows pretty good so far. That one doesn't quite go to plan, but Ireland still have it. Moran, good service. And the options come from Irwin. Loves a late line, does Lee Irwin. But Scotland do get their first penalty of the afternoon, and a big one at that. And they're not hanging around. It's all barbarian stuff, this. Ty Wake. What one team can do with quick ball, the other one's trying to match at this level. Hoyland trying to put some width on it, and they've got to be careful. Victims of their own downfall. Maybe the safety of the touchline through the right boot. from Darrick would have been a better option, but that's youthful exuberance for you. That's what I suppose this competition's all about. With Williams going to the stands, there will be a change in the front row so we can have a competitive front row. Sophie Price will have to make way from Newcastle as Price. Started playing a rugby at Wrighton, 20 minutes from the Toon near Bladen. Megan Reich, number 18 in her back. Born just outside of Aberdeen. Captain's Garouche actually at under 18 level. What a scrum, first one for her. Anya Moran. Just a slight error, not quite sure who it came from, but Scotland think they have a penalty, not just yet. Go back to the scrum time. It will be the put in for the Scots. Big push from the Irish pack and under all sorts of trouble. Durock, tell you what, she's done absolutely brilliantly. Rihanna Durock. As the pressure mounts. Gain the charge down. I think it's just gone too far. How long can they hold on here? Absolute onslaught of pressure from Ireland. It's not defensive duty Scotland have to do, it's restarts from inside their own goal. Thin. Good flat ball, two centres combining. Irwin takes that out in front. Moran. Speaking of out in front, that was just too far for Corcoran. The Kilmine player just losing it out the palm of her hand. Ireland with those two wins against Italy and Wales, and then narrowly lost to England, mind you. Really could have won that game, but looking to finish with a 70-minute game, and certainly started pretty well. They're locked and loaded, ready to go once more. Moran decides to leave it as the pack look to get that ball grounded, but Imogen Spence, the captain in the red head guard, got so low to the ground and abrasive in the tackle, but first touch for Emily Foley. She actually got the score against France, Foley. Rapid when she gets going. Haitian. Good passing from Ireland. More time for Sophie Cullen to think than she's used to. Backwards from the referee. French referee saying ball's still there. Moran. Space, and that's just class. tips over the line, but such cool shoulders there. Pretty sure it was Katrina Finn. Nothing on, so just testing Scotland's line out. Hessian and Finn, good dynamic duo. And then Irwin on the crash ball, but she's got guile as well. Glasgow born Ella Ray to the front, and rather in slow motion, Holly Hyland is hounded on, somehow keeps it. Box kick, Daroch squeezing every last drop out of that restart. 10 acting at 9, and rather French-like, or what they seem to do. Their 9s can play 10s and vice versa. And she got about 35 metres out of that. At the Falkirk High, that's where she started playing rugby. Also played for Kelpies Rugby Club and then Stirling County under-18s. Saying before this tournament she was so privileged to be part of this team. And aren't they all? So Scotland look to be back up to 15. Ella Williams makes her way back onto the paddock. So no points conceded, and still 0-0. But it's been lively enough. Knock on. Here's Scotland. We've hardly seen a chance of them in attack. Hyland wins a penalty, and they just want a bit of front foot ball. Emily Foley told to get her skates on the ground and roll away. Duncan Harrison. They'll be happy with the grit his team have caused in defence, been in the role since January 2022. Before that was assistant with the under-18s and also the director of rugby currently at Fetish Rugby School. Corbra. Yeah, not the cleanest of ball. And initially the line out sort of set the tone, and Scotland trickle backwards, and Ireland another good set piece weapon to showcase their talent. Balinaz Moran feeds it in. It's her second year at the festival as well. Finn to Irwin. In amongst the Seagulls there. Hessian and Ireland making easy meters. Irwin strides and out the back of the hand to Dunn. Intercepted from the Harlequins and down. Scarlet Downs, that is. Wicklow's Clara Dunn there. Actually doing the right thing with the offload. Played for Leinster in the recent under-18 Interpros in February. Also played for South East Leinster this season as well in the Sarah Robinson Cup. Leinster actually narrowly missing out to Connacht, who won 8-5 to win another under-18 Interpros Championship. Plenty of these players featuring the likes of Hessian and Moran and a number of others. Here's their number 8, Adams Verling. Workmanlike. Ireland do have numbers. Will they use the ball well? They certainly will. Can they get in this corner? Scrambling is Foley. It's not going to be her, it's going to be her back three teammate and Sophie Cullen. Ireland strike first through the Naas flyer.
Try for Ireland, number 15, Sophie Cullen.
Great work. Adams, Verling, Finn to Irwin, and then Scotland were always struggling with numbers. Cullen gets the 1-2 back off Emily Foley. Looks like an easy finish, but didn't she do it well, Sophie Cullen? Fine GA football as well. 80s Town seems to have it all in their locker. Kick just goes wide from Katrina Finn. A good sprite and bright start for the girls in green. Irwin just straightening up her opponents. And Dunn coming in off her wing, and when it got to the far side and Foley, she was smart. Quick pop ball. Cullen powers her way through. So took 17 minutes, but it was worth the wait. Moran, left hand spin ball. We'll see a bit of that distribution change from Finn and Heeshan. Happy to draw defenders. Boggin, good fend from the gnarly number 2, and Ailish Quinn takes centre stage. Moran once more, working the ball so well. Good fight on the floor. Penalties just mounting up for Scotland. Rihanna Durrock. Playing the club rugby at Hillhead, Jordan Hill in Glasgow. So many clubs, likes of GHK and a number of others at Glasgow. Likes of the Glasgow Hawks. To the front, banker ball, Moran, Finn says she'll do the work. No need for any mates at the moment. Moran. Good step once more. Katrina Finn, the focal point of this team. Standing, waiting. McLean. Scotland tackling low. They're going backwards. Finn, Irwin. Plenty of space. Dunn has to just stride backwards before she goes forward. Heshinen getting her shape right. The interchange is great to see. Finn. McGrath. What's she up to? Winning penalties, that's what she's doing.
Captain, it's not possible on the off breakdown. You are of the tackler. You have to be more faster. Thank you.
Needs to get out of that
I'm not running away.
area at the ruck time much quicker. Sophie Price.
Let's go, girls, please. Scrum.
Scrum called. Bronya Bogan straight up loves the heat of the battle in there. Been at Wexford Wanderers since minis. Also involved with Leinster at under 18 level. Scored against Wales earlier on during the week. Moran with the pack demolition job at the scrum. Heshinen, Leah Irwin. Back up to Clara Dunn. Never stops working, certainly not this afternoon. Still Ireland coming, wave of waves of attack. Heshinen standing still, has options. Finn, there's an outsider. Irwin, lovely hands from the captain. What about the dancing feet? Is that Emily Foley? It certainly is. Composure needed. Moran to her prop, and Jane Wilson gets the thighs pumping. Scotland under the pump. The dam could be broken, and it is for the second time this afternoon. The dynamism from the Irish girls. 22 minutes gone. All Ireland at the moment. Initially, Jane Wilson. Poggin waits, looks for options, says, you know what, I'll do what I did earlier in this competition against Wales and score another try against Scotland. Much better from Katrina Finn. One-way traffic so far in this match day 3. But the collective group of Irish in the forwards are working. No real rush, just relying on everyone to do their job. Bit of thinking to do for the Scots.
Number 2, Morgan.
There is a set. Oh. She can come.
Holly Wilson racing onto the pitch from Peebles, born and bred in the Scottish borders. Straight off the reshort. Ireland come again once more. Sidestepping. Looking to evade more and more tacklers. The Irwin, very comfortable. The cut-out pass, as is Quinn. That time, a wee bit overzealous from Ireland. Scotland will have a bit of a breathing space. As much as they've enjoyed it, the Scots have had a difficult week, losing 34-0 to France, and did put on a hardy display against the Welsh, but losing 12-0. And England again, another powerhouse and a good side. 29-5 they lost. Louise Tarpel with the only score, and Italy was the one they probably would have earmarked a win, and did come down to the wire, but they could only manage a Hannah Smith try, and the Zuri got 12 points of their own, so it was 12-5. This is the third year that Ireland have competed in this under-18 championship. Such a great level. Then move on to the under-20s in a year or two time. That's how you increase the competition then. Some of these people will be dreaming to get into the main side, of course, at the moment with the Fallow Week and the Women's Six Nations. They'll be watching on. Ireland take on Wales and Cork, and Scotland, they've already had some great promise in the competition, beating Wales in the main stage for the first time in 20 years, and to be fair to them, running France very close. They have England next up, but you know how difficult that will be. Still have Italy and Ireland to play though. They'll be looking for that third spot. Back to the action today though. Bit of chat there. McLean and Jane Wilson making sure they're setting the tone at scrum time. Look at that. I don't know much about scrummaging, but technically that looks absolutely splendid from an Ireland perspective. The low drive. Scotland just popping up. Represented Irish rugby women's sevens in the European under-18 sevens championship in Prague a couple of years ago. Katrina Finn has donned the green jersey in 15s at this level and the sevens. Here she is, the playmaker. Pops it off back into the hands of Katrina Finn. Extra yardage coming. Moran trying to deceive the Scottish attack. McLean. Both forwards and backs getting so much involvement. Clooney and Dunn, normally wearing that Wicklow jersey, who delivers so much at the girls' level at the club. 3 trophies last year. Karen McLean. Loose again, does so well, but this time her teammate and Jane Wilson just leaves the ball behind her. And Scotland don't take a backward step, not just yet anyway. McLean coming through the system at Lauren. Valkyrie Club, and has been with Ulster under 18s for a number of years in the Interpros. Also been involved in the sevens. As you can see, her hands are good as well. Ulster losing to Munster this year in the 3rd, 4th place playoff. Lauren and in the skill and players and talent this afternoon. A good pick from Downs. Ireland going for the chop tackle. Hannah Smith rolling forward. And here is the substitute, Holly Wilson. Seemed a bit cold out there, so wanted to get into the fray, and she's making her mark. Adams Verling, never too far away from the breakdown. It's the Craigs RFC in Connacht, number 8. Here's Irish first try scorer in Cullen. Scotland trying to counter. Darroch, don't see too many 10s do that. But Quinn, no one wants a tackler, and you wouldn't blame. Such a good ball carrier is Eilish Quinn. Ferocious when she gets going and pumps the legs. Quinn goes to school in St Mary's at Ballina, is a 5th year student. Really, she was the likes of her and Emily Foley and Grania Moran, the linchpin of that Connacht interprovincial title. I suppose it helps so much as well coming into the Irish camp. All the girls get on so well, but with that trophy to their name as an extra bit of confidence. So well respected in these camps. Is the open side flanker.
Are you okay?
There she is, giving a few words of wisdom, as are a couple of others as well.
We have to go. You join us on the line now?
Emily Corbett, that was penalised. She represented Scotland the second row, the Royal Windsor Horse Show as well, in the European Mounted Games Championship. Lives in a farm. Certainly have some brute strength.
It's on the line out on the 15, please.
Does Emily Corbett.
Black and blue, green scrum.
She's now partnered with Holly Wilson. The two lock forwards. So coming up close to the half an hour mark. 12 points. Ireland lead. Moran. What's the wraparound like? Heshinen, really good from Ireland. Cullen tries to scoop it on to Clara Dunn, but mix up in communication between the Irish back three, but it's really smart there. Mostly been carries for Finn, but Shifra Heshinen just saying, I want to do the old school Leinster wrap as we've known for so many years. Ray off the top. Tawik takes her eyes off the prize. Initially backwards, but then the second bounce did go forward, so restart once more. As you can hear, the atmosphere is pretty lively in this Cowland Bay stand. Friends and family cheering on both teams at the moment. It is Ireland, you can hear. Moran. Heshinen in the switch ball. Finn cuts loose once more. Not her greatest pass, but Irwin takes it, and now Foley weaving, going herself, chopped at the ankles, very importantly from a Scottish perspective. Again, the second pass to McGrath. Scotland not giving an inch there, holding on. They've won a few turnover penalties. Great distance made. One bouncing into touch. Couldn't quite see if that was Dara or Mellenby. Both can kick off the right peg, as you've seen. Ellie Ray, her father, Campbell Ray, actually played at this level. Back in the day it was under 18s and under 21, so from pretty good stock. They'll be watching proudly on. Thought it was stripped from Ireland, but still there in the Thistle jersey. Derek. Now there is a bit of space. Lisa Brown releasing the shackles. One step forward, two back at the moment though. They are potent in the backline. They haven't had too much ball though. As the Ireland front eight certainly won the majority of the battle between the two packs. Already seen wins today from Wales and France. Who will be next? Heshinen. It's a skip pass, and Irwin gain the overlap. Well created, and Foley. Where's she going? Last chance saloon for Scotland to bring her down. The right winger protects the ball. Heshin pass was pretty unsympathetic though. Hardly put a foot wrong. Shifra Haitian.
No advantage. There was a contact. Yeah. Time off.
Tell you, he's got plenty of steps out there, Emily Foley.
Yeah.
It's just a link play.
Is that action? Okay.
Seems to draw the Scottish defenders in.
Time off. Knock on green. Blue scrum.
Lee Irwin there. Part of the Enniskillen Rugby Football Club. Also at Enniskillen Royal Grammar. We'll be watching on. Of course, the most recent name out of there, Robert Balakoon, out of the club, and Lee Irwin trying to follow suit. And a slap down in the tackle. Ireland shooting out of the line and initially did well, but just got their paw in the way of the pass and can't get away with that these days. Not the greatest kick, and Dunn commands control. Beats the first tackler. Haitian says to Moran, use the pack. Aveen McGrath, Carrick and Surin, then Garvin. Player and Haitian. Eilish Quinn had numbers outside her, but continuity once more. Irwin. Finn on the outside and really smart. Back to her. Oh, the inside centre. It's coasting home for Ireland. She started it and she finished it. She's making her name for herself, Katrina Finn. Excellent from Ireland. Irwin saying to her inside centre, go on, make the magic happen. Cullen, like any good fullback, just there. Pass it back to the playmaker, and Finn, no one was going to stop her. Can she convert her score? I say the answer is yes. And Ireland finish on song here in Wales. The end of the first half. It's been actually a really good 35 minutes for Ireland. Matt Gill will be a happy man. All coming through Finn. The forwards have worked hard as well. Tries from Bogan. And then one from Finn at the end. But in the middle of that was Sophie Cullen. So at half-time, Scotland with all the work to do if they are to get back in this game somehow. 19-0 to Ireland. Second half coming up shortly.
well to all of the supporters. Some brilliant people have come up to talk to me from France, from Ireland, from Scotland, from England, from Wales, and from Italy, of course. And I hope you all have a good time. My name's Matt Ward. I've been trying to keep you entertained and informed. Some people might not know that I've got a work for them. I've got a scoreboard, which is not wrong all the time. I don't like it to, but it's been pretty steady throughout the whole week. All the music, all the announcements, all the changes, replacements. But of course, it's all been supplied to me wonderfully by the team at Six Nations Rugby and all the organising team here at RBC Rugby Goldberg, Goodwin, Samuel, CSM, and whole, of course, to RGC here in North Wales. We're very proud of it, our little club up here with a big heart. Obviously part of the Welsh Premiership. And if you want to find out a bit more about RGC, go on our website. You'll be able to find out everything that's going on. This fantastic club.
A few of the girls on the balcony. Wel, fe yw'n galw hefyd i cefnogwyr Cymru, wrth gwrs. Gwynedd Mitchell hefyd oedd i godi. Efo Lois yma, a Lois yn un o'r genod y peli o'r bethau. A dyn ni falch iawn gael y tîm yma genedlaethol weddol lleol yn Gogledd Cymru, wrth gwrs, o'r adron, o Gaernarfon, o Ddesau, gweithio gen i ddodi, bod stars, dreigiau glanau, a hefyd y ffeirw. So big thanks once again to our all girls and our guards of honour who've been here all day, from Ford Landron over in Carnarvon to Bethesda. Gweithiau Meirionydd, the Born Stars, dreigiau glanau and ceirw nant. Just some of the local rugby teams here for girls, which is absolutely fantastic. That's growing as well. Girls rugby in Wales is on the up for sure. Really is growing in popularity, which is great to see. A big thanks to them for making sure that all players, when they disappear over the advertising borders or into the sometimes a bit further. Thank you very much to them. And of course, thank you to you, all the supporters. You're a brilliant bunch. You've had a great week, hopefully. It's been over a week now. It was match day 1 was last Friday, on the 29th of March, where match day 2 went on the 2nd of April. And of course, match day 3 today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed our
Very warm welcome back to the CSM Stadium in Coilen Bay. 19-0 Ireland in front. Yes, I've had the majority of the ball, but can never write off Scotland. Last 35 minutes of their under-18 Six Nations campaign, and they'll want to find some form if they get going. Do have plenty about them, but we haven't just seen it yet. But it will be Scotland to get us underway. Hannah Smith from Rugby College bangs it into the Irish half. And we'll update you as we go throughout the changes, as there will be plenty. Cara McLean had a really good 35 minutes. She was the guilty culprit there with the knock on.
Coming on for Scotland in the second half. We have Mia Lowry.
Looks to be Mia Henley on for Scotland, or Ireland at scrum half, I should say. He'll be our opposite number, Hoyland. And Scotland, I was about to say, play their cards first, but the wind is playing havoc, to be fair. And off first phase. And they're just coming. As you can hear over the tannoy, the subs called there. Louise Tapparel from Dumfries Saints is on as well for Scotland. So Ireland, after dropping it, they have it back, and Foley tries to go in the outside channels. Hannah Smith goes low and makes a very compact hit. Henley, ball scoots along the ground. Under pressure, Heshnan takes it, and Finn, all in one movement, trundles it forward. Scotland pretty abrasive there though. Brogan can't take it. Brogan, I should say, and Scotland not releasing straight away. As the penalty count mounts once more. Into the 22. On the kick-off, Finn. Plays in the under 18.5 league for a club at UL Bows. First line out from Wales. Scotland pinch it and pilfer it at the base. Here we go once more. Scarlett Downs trying to rejuvenate her side. Just when you thought they were building something nicely, Ireland low to the ground, and first person in gets her mitts on it. This is interesting. Middle of the pitch will have a scrum, but let's listen up to the French referee.
She can come, Jess.
Daisy Morrison getting a bit of a round of applause from both front row forwards. She scuttles onto the pitch. Stirling born Hills Doors Rugby Football Club, and then Hills Roots Foots, I should say, and then on to Stirling County. Just some defending to do as Ireland need a scrum half. Finn plays it. What can she do? Henley low to the ground but scooped up into the bread basket. Henley once more. Ireland looking for that zigzag attack, I should say, but Scotland, to be fair, in the wider channels got defensively sound, worked in the two defenders together and forcing more errors for Ireland. Against the head, don't often see that. Ireland on the front foot once more. We have a 4-on-2 here. Execution, testing their skills. Last line defence for Scotland though, going so low. Advantage for Ireland, looking for a 4 score. They come from the pack. Good shunt. Scotland still defending their line like everything means. How long for? Not that long anyways. Ireland scamper over. It is the 4 score. A good start to the second half for the Irish. The grin the size of Cowlin Bay. All came from the powerhouse and the juggernaut of the pack, winning one against the head. Aveen McGrath doing a bit of ducking and diving. Referee happy that had gone back. Wasn't Adams Verling. Again, you can see the ferocious work rate. Scarlet Downs not giving an inch, but the tired bodies finally were broken. Just slides wide of the post from Katrina Finn, so 2 from 4 off the tee for her. Emma Jane Wilson, with a couple of teammates on her shoulder, but Wilson was never going to be stopped there. The Kildare front row forward at a rate of knots slams over the Scottish line for the 4th of the afternoon for Ireland.
With number 16 coming onto the field, Isla Pomeroy, replacing number 2, Ella Ray.
Change in the front row. Isla Pomeroy from Banbury on for Ella Ray, and then Ireland do the same. Eva O'Malley in the red hide guard. I make it out to be. Playing at Killarney Rugby Club. Now right from the restart, This is Scotland's best chance of the afternoon. What can they conjure up? Pomeroy, she's only been on. What's her mettle like at the line out? Great stance from her, to be fair. Just goes too far, and the wind doesn't help her. Really difficult conditions out there, and you can see as the rain tumbles as well onto the CSM Stadium. Nightmare for hookers. She'll be back though. O'Malley going into number 8. Recent winner with Killarney with the Munster Girls Club Championship. Defeated Clonakilty as well as beating Ennis. And the Munster League champions as well in the title. So plenty of trophies in her back pocket at this young age at club level. Sarah Purcell and Ballymena Rugby Club Sophie McAllister on to make an impact too. Purcell and the Craigs Rugby Club. Again, plenty of experience togging out last year at Wellington College for Ireland. Holland. Better passing from her. Scarlett Downs in close quarters. Poppy Mellenby just gets up from the earlier tackle as she did well. Here is Sophie Price. Where's she off to on her wonders? Good distribution in this horrible rainy conditions in the last pass. Just drops to the ground. I think Holly Holland has been replaced at scrum half for Scotland. Behind a beaten pack, she's been pretty lively, to be fair to the number 9. Tamsin Rosie from Caithness. That's where she started playing rugby. She's actually initially from Wick, very high up in the Scottish Highlands. Ireland with that wraparound once more, and the extra numbers are created. Could well be a run-in. Foley for the corner. Didn't she do well? Emily Foley. A 5th for Ireland. They're really having a party out there. We see it once more. Thin out the back and the trail running. And then when Foley had all the space in the world, to be fair to Norval, she tried everything, the Stirling County winger, but just couldn't get there. 14 on 14. Lifted up in the air is Emily Foley, and rightly so. Is that going to sneak in? Takes a bit of paintwork off the post and stays at 29-0 from the Irish number 12. The Ballina speedster itching to get over the line. O'Malley, what's her options like? She takes it into the Scottish defensive system. Knock on from the Greens. To be fair to Scotland, they're not backing down, particularly when the run-out runners are flying into them. There's always a blue jersey to keep them honest. This time the penalty comes. Strength and depth in that Irish pack. Likes of Nunes and McAllister. So fresh and eager to get to work. Too far though. Trying to squeeze every last drop, but the knock on into the hands of Emily Love, and one error turns to another. Ireland have a penalty for offside. Shuttles along, does Katrina Finn, and whacks it into the stands, and tells her pack sets something up for us. Sive Wells, and the Skillin Rugby Club. She did get it there initially, but she's disappointed in herself. There was a bit of movement in the line out, maybe distracted her. There was a dummy in the throw, so Scotland have a free kick. Shifra Heshnan. Good 50 minutes from her, and Albie Healy, another one of the Wicklow talented crew. Already scored in this competition. Can play across the back line, but really at 10. O'Malley at the back. Not sure she expected it. Where's Healy going? She's only on about a couple of seconds. And Albie Healy weaving her way over the line. What a way to make your mark in Coylin Bay. That is brilliant from the replacement number 10. She wasn't mucking around. The nimble feet bamboozling Scottish defenders, and Healy gets her second try of the competition. Finn slots off through the uprights. 6 tries and 3 conversions. Still 20 minutes to go. Scotland up too quickly.
Number 12, Katrina Payne.
And Healy starting to showboat. Only on first touch of the game.
Subs 22 and 19.
So with the nature of the big squads, continual changes are allowed and fresh bodies all the time. So Louise Tapparel and Holly Wilson are brought off.
Yeah, Scotland leading the field is number 19, Louise Tapparel, and number 22, Holly Wilson. Coming on for Scotland, number 21, Ivy Merriweather, and number 17, Ellie Moffat.
Ellie Moffat from East Lothian Girls Rugby Club and Ailsa Merriweather will have the remaining 17 minutes or so. Mellenby, he has been a bigger rugby club since she was the age of 5. He's also represented Scotland at under 18 sevens. You can see she's a natural footballer. Second time of asking Scotland win it. Daisy Morrison passes on to her teammate. And high tackle coming. Merriweather. What about that for a line? Hot knife through butter. And up off the shoulder again, Hannah Smith. So elusive. Cornborough flicks it into the open side flanker of Sophie Price. Like I said, you get Hannah Smith away, she'll cut you in two. Rosie out of the hands. Again, the snipe, but then brings it back. Pomeroy. Scotland looking good out there. Price leaves it. Smith thumped into the ground. O'Malley, shuddering hit. Against the grain, Scotland happy to keep building something. Off the ground, Mia Riley from the Exeter Chiefs. Rose to her teammate, Ireland scrapping low. Poppy Mellenby just clipped.
No advantage. 14 blue. High tackle, 14 blue. Yeah.
Emily Norval just too keen there and going in with a high shot.
Keep going.
Their best passage of play for Scotland.
Yeah, you can.
Duncan Harrison's team, they linked up well.
Seb, please. Yeah. Line.
Neve McGregor itching to get on.
Wait, Kelly, please. Okay.
She'll slot into that back line. Perfect from Wells and Quinn. Good duo there. Cloney from Enniscorthy. Now our outside backs looked a wee bit overcomplicated from Ireland, and we've seen an offside from Scotland a few minutes ago. Now it's Ireland's turn. Rosie likes that quick tap and go. I expect she'll go again, and yes she does. On the same wavelength, Daisy Morrison. Rosie What about the snipe? Ireland backpedaling. Scotland won something. They have a penalty and they will have a score, and they've deserved it. Brilliant from Scotland. Get over that line, and it's through their number 8, Scarlett Downs. She was tenacious. Her scrum half picked up the tempo, and then when Downs grabbed that ball, she was only going one way, and that was over the Irish line. Smith with the execution. Runs up and just bangs it through the uprights. Plenty of power, and she gets a good old hug from her mates. Rosie. She hasn't stopped. Real busy bee at 9. As the Irish fringe defence opened up, the Harlequin just slammed through it.
4 and 6, please. Yeah.
Aveen McGrath and Aoife Corcoran are called to the sidelines. It's actually McGrath coming on, so numbers confused there, but Carla Clooney is off, and so the engine room now looks like Rebecca Brennan, as well as Aveen McGrath. Henley gets it quickly, but the first sight of McConalogue. She is a Wari customer, representing Inishowen and County Donegal. Stab through. There's the chasing defender. The ball's going to win.
Captain, scrum, all 22 meters, drop out. Scrum.
Carn Donna and County Donegal. Aaron McConalogue played sevens for Ulster in the past, and even in that short glimpse there, she gets going. It's a sight to behold. She is rapid. Vice captain of Ulster as well in the Interpro, so learning the leadership responsibilities. Rosie, pretty harshly dealt with there. Sarah Purcell punching holes. Scotland counter the breakdown. O'Malley says, have some of your own medicine though. Like a limpet, Eva O'Malley. Maya Henley. As forwards to her right and left. Sophie McAllister alongside Katie Nunes. Referee very quickly on the spot though. Knock on straight away from the Ulster front row forward. Henley, O'Malley. Oh, she wants a second. She's going to get another one. Another great score. And who else but Abby Healy? The yellow card for Scotland comes with it. But she just went in the outside shoulder, did Abby Healy.
21 yellow card, blue.
She's got Irish's last couple of scores, leaving defenders in her shadow. Whatever Katrina Finn could do in the first half, Abby Healy is matching that in the second. Up to the 41 mark for Ireland. Forwards did their work, and O'Malley drawing in defenders, just waltzing round the corner was the Wicklow distributor. Sarah Purcell goes through the heart of the Scottish defence. They actually marshalled her well, but straight off their feet in the last 5 minutes here. Yes, it's been quite one-sided, but Scotland have played their part too. And fairly entertaining in both halves. Purcell again revs up the engine. Healy, of course, on a hat-trick. Shuddering hit. Emily Corpora, I think that was. Part of the tackle, so actual last hand to make the mistake was Scotland, so they put on to Henley from Ballina Killaloe Rugby Club. Healy thought about the kick option, but Finn, Clara Dunn just patting that back, but loses her sense of it, and plenty of tired bodies out there. Maybe the mistakes just becoming more and more prevalent. Rosie deals well with that. The dummy switch, always great to see from the Scots, and wonderful barbarian style. Might have been a high tackle. Rosie again. Faye Sutherland making extra vital yards into the Irish 22. Who's the, of course, we're a Cougars player, of course, the club Alex Stewart, who recently made her Scottish debut against Wales, has come out of, the 19-year-old. That's what these players want to emulate. Standing start. Sophie Price gets a new lease of life, and speaking of new leases, Tasman Rosie has a bit of Katie Mathiasen about her, Massison I should say. Low to the ground and Loves to just keep playing rugby. Couple of minutes to go here. Rosie looks one way but goes the other. Ireland trying to maintain a good defensive record. Scrappy. Number 8 wants another one in Downs. She's hauled down. O'Malley trying everything. Keep her line intact. Must be numbers right. You can see the pointing from Sophie Price. This time it's Ireland's to match Scotland and go down to 14. Rosie, the distributor. Imogen Spence, this back row of Scotland haven't stopped, and Downs goes backwards and then shunts forward. Price gets out of the way. Pomeroy. O'Malley has it. Pilfered from Eva O'Malley. Dynamism in there. Picking her battles. Getting Ireland out of trouble. Not actually sure who that was that went to the bin for Ireland. 90 seconds to go. McGrath on the banker ball at line out time. Extra leg drive. O'Malley stealing ball and then playing scrum half, and Quinn, the workman, to the floor, but O'Malley takes on the mantle. Ireland looking for an 8th. Katrina Finn working the Scottish close defenders, as is Sive Wells. Henley, a bit loose there. Scotland, probably Mellenby wants a hat-trick. It's not going to be Healy, but it will be Maya Henley. The 9 and 10 combination, and Scotland are hit for 8 tries. Hugs all round for Ireland. They've just been a class above today. Didn't she want it? So keen to get over the line. Pride in the jersey for the Ballina-Killaloe rugby football player. Shining a light out there for Ireland. Katrina Finn, the full complement of points for Ireland. It's a big, big win for Matt Gill's team to finish the tournament in style. 8 tries in all. Scotland pushed aside pretty easily in the end.
Scotland 7, Ireland 48.
And what a tournament it's been. Yes, Ireland have been good, but France and England have been the standout teams. But Wales, Italy, and of course Scotland today have played their part as well. Great couple of matches of rugby over the last week. 3 match days. It's not finished there. We go again tomorrow for match day 3 of the men's, starting with Ireland against Portugal at 11 a.m. We finish here in Cowling Bay. Ireland rampant at the CSM Stadium. There's Matt Gill's side. Finish in great fashion. 48 points to 7. We'll leave you with a couple of highlights.
the end there. Here, Henley scoring a try for Ireland. 3 conversions all by Katrina Thin. And the try for Scotland is after number 8, Scarlett Downs. And a conversion by the fullback, number 15, Hannah Smith. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. It's not quite a wrap, is it? Because everyone's going to be celebrating this evening, no doubt, having a lot of fun together. But congratulations there, obviously, to Ireland, and a brilliant performance by Scotland. Some stout defending, some real enthralling rugby there in our last match. Match day 3, this was match number 3, rounding things off today. It's been a great day's rugby. I hope you enjoyed it from the very first kick-off there at 12 o'clock this afternoon. It was France, England, of course, followed by Wales versus Italy, and Scotland Ireland rounding things off in the Under-18 Six Nations Festival of Rugby for Women here at Parquet Stadium CSM, the home of RBC Rugby Goblet Cymru. So remember, just a reminder, please stay on this side of the barriers of the railings at the bottom there. The players will no doubt come over to see you later on. They'll come get their photos and be reunited. And plenty of celebrating to do later on, I'm sure. By all teams, by all nations, win or lose or draw across these 3 fantastic days of rugby. Match day 1, 2 and 3, of course, starting last Friday on Tuesday this week, and of course Saturday today. It's been a super Saturday, it's been a brilliant day of rugby. Hope you've enjoyed it. But this scored turn of all again, all an hour and all back side. He went on, hey, what they go with? Pan rwy'n gadael I bob un o'r tîm ma sydd wedi cystadlu yn y cyffro, yn y gema cyffroes wedi iechyd ffantastig dros 3 diwrnod o'r ŵl rygbi. Y 6 blad o dan 9 oed I ferched. Mae'n fod yn ŵl llwyddiannus dros ben. Gobeithio bod chi wedi mwynhau. Dyna bydda, erbyn nes ymlaen. Sy'n nesaf I chi. A diolch am cefnogaeth. Wedi bod yn ŵl gwych I bob un o'r wledydd yma, Ffrainc, Lloegr, yr Eidal, yr Alban, Iwerddon, ac wrth gwrs Cymru. And remember, you can catch all the action as it happened across 3 days via the YouTube channel, Six Nations Rugby. And of course, head up to our website, Six Nations Rugby. Keep up to date with everything that's happening across the men's and women's tournaments, whether it's the whether it's the 18s, men and women. Of course, the final day, I think tomorrow, on the 18s for men. Of course, we have the under 20s earlier in the season, and of course, the seniors, men and women, still playing right now. The women's tournament, of course, that's been growing up to now. Six Nations Rugby, we're going to say the best rugby international tournament in the world. It really is, and it's been a fantastic season once again. We hope to see you again here down at Parquet Stadium CSM. Remember, you can come and see our local team, or our home team here, of course, the Rugby Goblet Cymru, anytime. Big thanks as well to our guards of honour, the ball girls today. More of a lads on from Cardiff, that's Rita Periode from Bala and Dogget. The More Stars based over on Amnesty on Kanketi. And of course, Rita Anna there in Brittany on the field. And Kitty Woodlands from that Conway in the local area. Big thanks to all the organising teams, big thanks to Fitz Conway for the wonderful organisation, all of the support. Doing a great job. And of course, thank you very much to you, the supporters who made this festival what it is. With your support wherever you're from around Europe, we are very, very grateful.